Yeah, you read that right. I drove over 15 hours to go to MetLife Stadium in order to watch WWE SummerSlam. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Everybody has been asking me the exact same two questions over and over. Number one, boy, are you crazy? And number two, was it worth it? Now, to the first question, the answer is inconclusive. I don't really know. For number two, was it worth it? I would say absolutely. It was worth every second and every penny. So I'm not gonna lie to you, this has been the best WWE PLE experience I've ever had for so many different reasons. So I'm gonna start off with the first one because this is pretty sentimental to me. Now, you see this guy in this video right here? That guy is my little brother. I love him. And as funny as it looks that he's dancing like this, 2 years ago from today, he was not able to do that. He was laying down in a hospital bed and waiting for an organ transplant. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened. I want him to be able to tell his testimony when and how he wants to tell that. But to see him be from that or go from that and be where he is now to be energetic and dancing at MetLife Stadium, it's almost night and day. It's almost night and day. And it just goes to show you how precious life is, especially since we lost a brother years ago. So for him to still be here with us, to bounce back from what he went through and be energetic and just dance and be his happy-go-lucky self, it is an amazing thing to see because life is so precious, right? And I was so happy to see him be able to experience his first ever 2-night PLE, to be able to see Jimmy, Jay, and Jacob Fatu. It was amazing. I wasn't able to take him to a PLE since 2019. And again, those are reasons that he would have to explain himself. But I was just happy and so proud that he's still around with us, and I love you, bro. I love this for you so much. The second thing was, of course, Miss Stoss was with me, okay? Whenever I travel, whenever I go anywhere, Miss Stoss is with me 100% of the time, and she made this 15-hour drive that much more amazing. Like, she loved, I personally don't like to drive long. I really don't, you know, but she loves the road trip. She loved exploring. She loved going places, and because she has the personality that wants to explore, we ended up going to New York and taking a trolley around Times Square. We were able to see the Empire State Building. I finally got to see the Statue of Liberty for the first time ever. We were around the scene that they were shooting the movie The Devil Wears Prada 2, and the best part of it all, I was able to go to Joe's Pizza, which was featured in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, and their pizza was amazing. It was fire. That was, oh my god, that was some good pizza. Now they not touching Chicago. It is what it is. Y'all not Pequods, you're not Illuminatis, you're not Geno's East, you're not any of those places, but I will give it to you. Y'all got close. Y'all almost tempted me to flip sides, but not there yet. But anyways, Joe's Pizza is an amazing, amazing place. And in addition to that, for my own personal reasons, putting those things to the side, I was able to check off my CM Punk bucket list because when he left to go to AEW, I was kind of bummed out by it because I never got to see him in a WWE ring. But I was fortunate enough to be able to see him return at the 2023 Survivor Series in Chicago, or Rosemont specifically, and I thought that was a crazy moment. Then this year, I was able to see him in the Royal Rumble, and then I was able to see him this year again, to see him have his first ever main event at WrestleMania, have him come out to this fire burn and switch over to Cult of Personality. I thought that was amazing. But once that happened, I was like, you know what? There is only one last thing I need to see him do. And whenever he retires, I'm cool with that. I got to see him win a championship in person. And that is exactly what he did in a match against Gunther, which I thought was fire. Right now, we already know what happened after the fact, and you can see my reaction right here. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. And we kind of knew this was going to happen, but the fact that they pulled the trigger and actually did that, and I was actually able to see something crazy like that live, that definitely made up for what they did at WrestleMania. And I thought that was an amazing, classic, and historic moment that Seth Rollins did. But what I don't understand about Seth Rollins, y'all, let me explain this. Seth Rollins is a hater, bro. For one, How are you gonna be a Chicago Bears fan and do this to somebody from Chicago, bro? Why? This. I don't care how much your hatred is. Do you support Chicago or do you not? We gotta talk one day. We're gonna have that conversation. But I thought this was a pretty crazy moment. In addition to that, the fans that was around me in our section, bro, we were getting lit the entire time. I love the energy that they have. And I'm gonna tell you this: if you ever go to a wrestling show and you see me in your section, or if we go to a wrestling show together, you're gonna be one or two things. Either you're gonna be very irritated or you're gonna have the best time of your life. Because for me, personally, I'm not gonna do anything too much and try to hijack the show, but if I'm gonna use my hard-earned money to go to a wrestling show, I'm not gonna sit there and try to be cool, have my arms crossed, sit there and people watch and complain about everything. No, bro, I'm about to go there and have as much fun as possible, and everybody in my section is gonna feel the energy. And if you don't, I'm just gonna look crazy by myself, and I am perfectly fine with that because I didn't spend money to do what I can do at home. Right? I can do on YouTube, on Twitch, watch people all day and complain all day. I'm not doing that. If I pay my money, I'm there to have fun, and our section was lit. And speaking of being lit, whatever section was in the 300s, I'm gonna show you in this video. Whoever y'all are, you guys were wild in a good way. If you are able to take the people from France at Backlash and put them in a bottle and transfer them over to New Jersey, that was that section. They were going crazy. I was jealous. I was like, bro, I need to move up to go to their section because they're having more fun than we are, down here. Not to say that we wasn't. We was going crazy, but they were going crazier. But that was a whole lot of fun to be around those people. Also to see John Cena again on his final run, to see him have arguably his best match in years against Cody Rhodes. That match was amazing. It was amazing. I loved every second of the match. It had me at the edge of the seat. This was the match we should have gotten at WrestleMania, and this made up for it so much. This was so good. So good. And to be able to see a TLC match in person, that's the part that blew me away, because you guys know that TLC at WrestleMania 17 is one of my favorite matches of all time. So to see a modern rendition of something similar to that with more people, of course, and to have the Hardys and the Dudleys there in person, I thought that was so dope. I thought that was so amazing. And for Candice LeRae, bro, poor Candice LeRae, for her to fall off a ladder and go through the ladder like that, oh my God, bro. She got to be an MVP for taking that spot. I don't know who else would have taken that bump like that, but that match was really crazy. But overall, from the fireworks, from Cardi B being there, as much as people hate her, I thought she was funny. Oh, how did I forget? Jelly Roll. I've been trying to tell you guys that Jelly Roll is going to do just fine in this match. I know a lot of people don't like celebrities being involved, but Jelly Roll, he did his thing, and I'm so happy he was able to go out there and show out and kind of shut down the haters and things like that. He did a great job. I love that for him. I would love to see him in a match again. I am not going to lie to you at all. But overall, the spectacle, the matches, everything together, the energy from the crowd, the moments I just told you about have made this an amazing experience for me that I will never, ever forget. A crazy an event. Now, the only thing that I did not like about MetLife, now I gotta be a little negative here, okay? It is what it is. For one, trying to get out of that parking lot was crazy, bro. It took like an hour to get from near MetLife Stadium to even get to the traffic, but then to get to the traffic, it took about 45 minutes to get back to the hotel. Now, I found out a cheat, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna let y'all know as wrestling family to help y'all out. Don't be sharing this out to people, okay? Maybe y'all already know about this. But when you park at these wrestling shows, especially at these big events, and it was harder to get out of there than it was to get out of WrestleMania, but that's a different conversation. Park all the way to the back. I don't care if it takes you 5 miles to walk from the MetLife Stadium to the back of the parking lot closer to the highway. Just do that. It's a lot more convenient, except if you have, of course, some type of medical issues or anything like that prevents you from walking far. I completely understand that, but believe me, this is going to help you out a whole lot, because you get to get in the car and get up out of there. You ain't got to worry about people trying to sacrifice their kids to make sure you don't get out before them. Like, people were doing crazy stuff out there, okay? And the other thing that I did not like about MetLife Stadium, and the other thing that I had an issue with MetLife Stadium, and this is going to be a small of the smallest gripes, right? They didn't have any SummerSlam cups there for sale. Now, I know what people think. Why would you pay that much for a drink at a stadium? It's super expensive, all these different things. I understand where you're coming from. But here's the thing. When you're in a stadium like MetLife, An outdoor stadium with the sun beaming in our face, everybody's frying up, it smells like bacon in there and stuff like that. We had 3 people in the line waiting to get into SummerSlam passing out from heat exhaustion. That's how hot it was. You're gonna want something to drink, and at least if I'm gonna get something to drink that costs that much, at least give me a SummerSlam cup. But no, what they gave me was a New York Jets cup. I don't want that cup. I don't even know if the fans want that cup. I don't know if the New York Jet fans want that cup. After drinking out of that, I feel like I already have a losing record. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But I wish they would have just had the SummerSlam cups. That would have been really nice. And we were sent on a wild goose chase looking for nachos and all these different things. But outside of that, the staff there were amazing. They were super nice. The security there was super nice. The fans were amazing. But overall, I had an amazing time. A great place. I'm on this hunt to go to as many football stadiums as possible in the next couple years. So at least I get to check off MetLife off the list and able to see SummerSlam. So what do you guys think about SummerSlam? Does this make you guys feel excited to possibly go to a PLE or a regular televised event? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Salute, peace, have a great day.